the MG Kids.
Today we're the Flour Girls.
Are you ready to learn about the science of flour? My name is Honor.
And mine is Gianna.
And mine is Kathy.
I'm so excited we're going to talk about flour.
No, flour you know for baking.
And we can throw it in each other.
Did you know that flour is made up of mostly starch granules and proteins? I don't see the starch granules and proteins.
Let's start from the beginning. Have you ever seen a grain of wheat?
It goes at the top of the stalk like this, and like grass, and it looks like this.
You can see the three parts.
The bran, the germ, and the endosperm. Next comes a process called milling. It is where you take a grain of wheat and grind it down until it's just a powdery substance we call flour.
650 million tons of wheat is produced every year that feed people. We make it into bread, biscuits, and even pasta. Remember, inside each grain of wheat, you find three parts: the bran, the germ, and the endosperm, which becomes white flour.
They sift the ground up grains again and again until you have a silky, smooth white flour. Sometimes they mix the bran back in that makes whole wheat flour or whole grain flour.
Ooh, I've seen a mill work. There is one in the Trove called the Grist Mill.
Right, although most mills today are big operations, lots of expensive equipment that grinds and sifts the wheat until we have flour.
Let's get back to the starch granules and proteins. Let's start with the starch granules. They are polysaccharides. They are very tiny down to a molecular size, and they are where green plants store their energy.
These are microscopic pictures of starch granules. Wheat flour, white sliced bread, wholemeal bread, ordinary white bread, raw lentils, cooked lentils. But when water and starch granules are put together, the starch is irreversibly changed as it dissolves.
Proteins are what makes future dough sticky and elastic.
Without gluten, bread would fall apart. The air bubbles wouldn't get trapped to make bread rise. Gluten is responsible for the shape and texture of breads. Isn't gluten a protein that's bad for you? Some people are allergic to gluten, so they stay away from breads and pastas. I'm not, though.
Gluten is a protein consisting a mixture glutenin and gliadin. When water and flour come together, they are formed.
These two proteins combine to create strong, elastic gluten strands in the dough. These gluten strands become stronger and more developed the more we mix the dough, which ultimately affects the texture and type of dough that is formed.
Choosing flour with the appropriate amount of gluten content can also affect how stretchy or elastic your dough is. All-purpose flour in the store is good for everything, from bread to pizza. Dough to pizza dough. But a sophisticated baker will use different types of flour for different breads.
From this chart, you can see the suggestions of which flour to use.
Too strong won't rise. Too weak won't stay risen. And just right.
Hold it. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. It starts as powder, then you mix a little water, then it becomes like paste. Then you mix a little yeast, and it begins to rise. Then you put it in the oven and it hardens into golden brown delights that smells like heaven and big for butter or oils or sauce. Pretty amazing indeed. Stay tuned for more videos on the science of bacon
From the MG Kids.